Hello, welcome to this reading of 103E.6 Salon Spa Operations from Fundamentals Aesthetics by Pivot Point. This is just an audio reading of the text. This is not a lecture. There is zero commentary. This is not intended to replace your in-person lecture at your school, just an additional tool that you can use to follow along with. What are some things you would find important to experience when waiting for your salon and spa appointment? Inspire. Smooth and efficient spa operations increase profit and boost the spa's reputation. Achieve. Following this lesson on spa operations, you'll be able to list common compensation structures for spa employees, state strategies for establishing prices for services and retail products, identify various advertising strategies for the spa, give examples of why inventory control is important to the spa operations, explain the primary duties of a front desk associate, and describe strategies used to save time. Our focus on salon and spa operations, employing staff, pricing strategies, advertising, inventory control, front desk associate duties, and time-saving strategies. Now that you have explored the steps toward opening a spa, you can consider these important aspects of spa operations: hiring, compensation, pricing, advertising, inventory control, front desk associate duties, telephone techniques, and scheduling appointments. Page 92, employing staff. You will need to apply for a federal employer identification number before hiring employees. U.S. federal laws state that employers must request proof of a valid Social Security card, driver's license, and/or birth certificate. All newly hired employees, both citizens and non-citizens, are also required to complete an I-9 form. This is all to verify their identity and authorization to work in the U.S. A copy of the completed I-9 form and photocopies of the supporting proof documents should be placed in the employee's file. In Canada, a social insurance number is required as proof of ability to work. You will want to hire employees who meet your standards of honesty and professionalism. Consider conducting 2 to 3 interviews to determine if the esthetician is the right choice for your spa. The compensation. Compensation is the largest cost for spas. A good compensation package is required to attract the best talent, but it can put a strain on profit margins. It's important to understand employment law and the rules regarding how employees are paid and the benefits they are offered. For example, it's illegal in most areas for owners to pay employees a commission while classifying them as independent contractors. Enforcement can be retroactive and the penalties are high. Professional employment organizations. Another option for managing staff compensation is a professional employment organization, sometimes referred to as employee leasing. A PEO is a co-employment provider. It's a cross between outsourcing human resource tasks and hiring temporary workers. In a PEO contract, you maintain control of how staff is paid, hours worked, benefits, and other perks offered. However, it will be administered by the PEO for a fee or percentage of overall payroll. The benefit of this arrangement is access to services that were only available to large companies before. For example, some PEOs have thousands of clients, which helps them get a lower rate on health insurance and workers' compensation insurance. Back to the top of the page, there are 4 common ways an employee can be paid. Number 1, commission structure. This is based on a percentage of the dollar income the spa professional generates from client services. based on the number of clients and the amount of work done. Example, an experienced esthetician performs 5 facials at $50 per facial in one day, 3 brow waxes at $10 each, and sells $200 in products. The total or gross income is $480. The commission of up to 50% is paid to the esthetician on services, which would be $140 from the $280 for the facials and brow waxes. The esthetician also receives a 10% commission on products, totaling $20 from the $200 sales. This gives the esthetician a total of $160 for the day, not counting tips. In this situation, the spa may charge the employee a product charge for each service, which is usually around 5 to 7% of the service to assist in back bar costs. Number 2, hourly plus commission structure. This is based on a set hourly wage with a commission on retail sales. This is the most common compensation structure within a medical spa. Subject to employment regulations regarding overtime and breaks, weekly/biweekly compensation varies based on hours worked. Employee benefits are additional based on salon spa compensation package. Number 3, a salary structure, a compensation system that guarantees a set income on a weekly or monthly basis, similar to salaried positions in most professions. Spa owners like salaries because educational costs and employee benefits such as health insurance, pension plans, and paid vacations can be budgeted if the payroll is based on fixed salaries. Salary plus commission structure guarantees a certain amount of money regularly and allows additional payment based on the number of clients the esthetician sees. This gives the esthetician a steady paycheck while rewarding them for building a clientele. Page 93, pricing strategies. Prices will affect the demand for services and possibly the type of clients who choose to visit your salon or spa. Pricing needs to be reasonable for services that are provided on time with care and skill. When setting prices, an owner should ask, what does a client want? Based on the demographics of the location, what could we charge for services? What are the spa's current operating costs? How productive are the estheticians that are currently employed? With these things in mind, follow these general guidelines to establish prices for services and retail products. First, conduct a market survey. Research the market before opening the spa and setting prices. Gain as much demographic data as possible to help determine the prices. Number 2, create a profile of the clientele. Identify the type of clientele you hope will visit your spa. Target the identified clients with your advertising. Third, compare market pricing. Determine what other spas are charging. Make sure your prices are comparable. Be careful not to price yourself out of the market. And fourth, establish pricing structure. Set prices according to the percentage of profit you hope to make after accounting for the spa's operating costs. Price services and retail products reasonably to fit the income range of the clients you want to attract. Once established, keep your prices. Changing them could diminish the value of your services in the client's eyes. Create incentives for your clients instead of continually discounting products and services. Ensure all employees know the spa pricing structure and how to calculate charges. If you are working with a franchise or corporate structure, refer to reliable pricing information such as the menu of services or policy and procedures manual. It's also important to get clarification from the appropriate person when pricing information is unclear or unavailable. For example, to make sure clients pay the right amount when applying any special offers or discounts, you might need help from the department manager or the spa owner. In a corporate or franchise structure, the pricing has been decided. It cannot be changed unless there is direct authorization from management. Page 94. Productivity. Using products and resources efficiently will allow the spa to maintain acceptable pricing for clientele and still be profitable. Higher productivity results in a lower cost per hour to generate sales. Establishing targets and encouraging employees to meet them will also help support pricing strategies and profits. Good productivity practices also increase your income. Working quickly and efficiently allows you to see a higher volume of clients within a day, which boosts your income. However, don't rush the service. If the client feels you are in a hurry, it prevents you from creating a relaxing experience. Here are some quick tips for treatment room productivity. Understand all protocols. If you are unsure how to do a service, get training. Not understanding the protocol will slow you down and waste resources. Understand the products used and sold. Product knowledge training is an essential for an esthetician. Classes should be taken often and resources should be readily available. Lack of knowledge leads to product waste and lost sales. Plan ahead. For example, have multiple sets of tools to avoid delays in disinfection and keep clean linens in the treatment room for easy access. Ask for help. If you are running behind, ask a team member to assist. If you work on your own, book your appointments with enough time to turn the room and perform disinfection. Page 95, advertising. Advertising tells the public about your salon and spa, the services you offer, the quality of work you produce, and any other reasons they should be patronizing your business. Advertising requires planning, knowledge, understanding, empathy, and enthusiasm. There are many forms of advertising, and it can be a high expenditure for your business. Market your treatments and services in a form of advertising that works for you and your budget. If one form of advertising works, repeat it. If something fails, drop it. Consider surveying your clients once a year for their opinions about treatments, services, and products offered, about business image within the community, and about the effectiveness of your advertising program. Common forms of advertising: word of mouth, the best form of advertising. Satisfied customers tell others about your spa. Social media, used to connect with business partners and customers directly. Use influencers to promote your business. Direct mail advertising, sending postcards or flyers to prospective clients. Print ads, in magazines and newspapers. Promote your business, special offers, and news. Community involvement. This means offering services and handing out flyers to raise awareness about your business, joining the Chamber of Commerce in your area to network with other local businesses, and providing education on skincare for community groups. Product advertising. Associate a professional product line with your spa to draw more credibility. Remember that the whole product needs to be portrayed in an ad. Cross-promote with your manufacturer through social media and other events. Note: be aware of existing and new legislation that regulates advertising and/or any regulations related to making false or misleading statements about goods or services. For example, calling yourself a medical esthetician or a esthetician when your license does not reflect that. Page 96. Inventory control. Inventory control refers to the procedures of the salon or spa that will ensure all products are accounted for from the time they are brought in until they are sold or used. Proper inventory practices monitor the number of sales for a specific product within an assigned time frame, allow close management of products and ensure profitability, and ensure that more products are ordered promptly. Not having a product available to perform a service or meet a client's purchasing needs is detrimental for a business. Products purchased by the salon or spa owner for use during client services and for retailing to the client are known as inventory or stock in quantity. Generally, stock falls into two categories. First, professional. Consumables and salon-sized products used during a professional treatment. And second, retail. Products to support the treatment and purchased by the client for home care. Stock control ensures that there are enough products and consumables to operate the business effectively, perform the treatments, and offer retail. Determinations on whether specific products should be continued as retail items are based on the number of turnovers or turns. This number is calculated by the amount of time it takes to sell the product once it is on the shelf. It's not to an owner's business advantage to invest money in products that don't turn over in a timely fashion. Stock levels can only be maintained if accurate records are kept. Stock records will identify popular products and prevent the spa from running out of stock or ordering too much. Stock ordering can be the responsibility of any designated individual in the salon, including the esthetician. Page 97, discover more. Managing inventory in an electronic format is helpful for accuracy and time management. There are multiple software options to manage inventory and perform point-of-sale transactions. These options can work for a single operator or a larger spa with multiple employees. Excel spreadsheets can be used, but they aren't ideal for larger spas. Stock management strategies. Stock can have an effect on the business cash flow, as payment typically has to be made within 30 days of an order being placed. The stock control management checklist often includes the following categories: prediction of clients' needs, seasonal factors such as sunscreen with SPF 30 or holiday sets, and in-house promotions. Stock rotation. FIFO, first in, first out. A new delivery of products is placed at the back of the display to enable existing stock to be purchased first. Products that have exceeded their shelf life should be thrown away. Be cautious of products that are displayed in continuous, direct sunlight, as the product can break down more easily. Incoming stock. Check any new order against the delivery note for quality and discrepancy. Don't assume the order will be correct. Report discrepancies, including damaged goods, missing products, or back orders, to the manufacturing supplier and spa owner or manager. Sign and date the delivery or invoice note. Unpack stock and place unpack stock and place in display area stock cupboard. Accurate records. Allow efficient monitoring of the quantity of stock available. Store stock records either manually or on computer software stock control systems, and securely file delivery notes and invoices for future reference. Page 98. Through careful product recommendations, those same clients receiving services may eventually spend more money on additional skincare products or cosmetics. Maintain consistent sales using the following suggestions. Marketing or advertising campaign. Encourages further sales if certain stock items don't sell as expected. A client survey. Assesses success or popularity of a particular product or brand. Data received will indicate if your marketing strategy is working or needs to be reviewed. Sales workshops. Improve staff confidence by training them in sales techniques. Do this with role play, schedule a refresher course in the product range, and inquire with product suppliers to conduct such training. Sales targets. Highlight what products and treatments are selling well. Indicate which products or treatments need more promotion. Ensure that stock is used effectively. Generate more profit. Offer staff members an incentive and motivate them to earn more. A realistic objective is to sell an average of $9 per client or a minimum of 20% retail to service. A commission often ranges from 8 to 15% of total retail sales. We need to stop interrupting what people are interested in and be what people are interested in. Discover more. Another important factor of successfully managing a spa is to keep a close watch on overhead costs. Do some research to find out what products your clientele will likely purchase to avoid having a surplus of merchandise that won't sell. Additionally, pay attention to the employee's strengths and weaknesses. While it is sometimes a good idea to have estheticians that specialize in a single technique, it's important that everyone has the necessary skills to meet all the client's needs. Page 98. Page 99. Front desk associate duties. The front desk associate is responsible for the reception area and various duties like managing incoming and outgoing calls, scheduling appointments, and processing payments. The front desk associate, in many cases, is the first person to greet clients as they arrive, are heavily relied on to help clients feel welcome and comfortable, and are an ambassador offering samples and promotional leaflets and sending clients off with a warm goodbye. Instead of a full-time front desk associate, some spas have employees rotate throughout the day to meet clients' needs in this area. A negative experience at the front desk can make or break a spa's operations and reputation. Front desk associates should be cheerful and able to handle all types of situations. In addition, the associate needs a professional appearance and a thorough understanding of the spa protocol from the initial point of contact to receiving the client at the end of the treatment. This will collectively help provide an efficient, effective service for both clients and estheticians. Primary duties of the front desk associate: schedule appointments fairly and efficiently, manage incoming and outgoing calls, inform estheticians when clients arrive, supervise reception area to ensure organization and efficiency, promote retail products and additional services, handle any client communication or complaints, make sure services are paid for and documented, handle messages efficiently and in order of priority, work with estheticians to make sure they remain on schedule. Page 100. Telephone techniques. Telephone communication is often the first impression a client will have of the spa. Because of this, employees who answer the phone should be well trained in carefully developed telephone procedures. Some telephone answering tips. Number 1, answer the phone within 2 rings. Number 2, greet the client by saying, "Hello, thank you for calling," and then say the spa's name. This is, say your name. "How may I assist you?" Number 3, listen carefully for the client's name, the service desired, or other information, and ask the client to repeat if unclear. Number 4, book appointment and repeat it back to the client. Repeat back the esthetician requested, the time and date of appointment, and the exact service to be done. In the call with, "Thank you for calling," use the client's name. "We look forward to seeing you." Number 5, if you cannot help the client personally, ask the client, "Do you mind if I place you on a brief hold?" and then wait for a response. Place the line on hold and contact the necessary personnel. Try to return to the client within 1 minute. Number 6, if taking a message, be sure to include the date and time, the name of the intended recipient, the name and phone number of the caller, the exact message, repeat back the entire message to the caller, and deliver it at an appropriate time. Additional phone advice. If the spa doesn't have a full-time front desk associate, take turns answering the phone. Don't talk to others in the spa while you're on the phone. Avoid sounding harsh, irritated, or uninterested. Use good grammar. Speak clearly, calmly, and with enthusiasm. Be courteous. Speak at a moderate pace and avoid interrupting the caller. Confirm that the client knows the spa address and location if they have never been there. Take complaints very seriously. Every spa handles client challenges differently, so know the protocol in place to handle the situation correctly and consistently. Always maintain self-control. When informing clients of pricing, be exact. A client expects to pay a quoted price unless informed that a preliminary consultation is required. Also, let the client know that the esthetician may recommend additional treatments or services after the consultation. Don't guarantee that a skincare service can be performed. Each client needs to come in for a skin analysis first to make that determination. When booking new clients who don't request a particular esthetician, distribute these bookings fairly among the available estheticians. Page 101, scheduling appointments. Generally, appointments are scheduled according to the type of service and the speed of the esthetician. Important information that is noted in the appointment book or records include the esthetician's name, the client's name, the scheduled service, date of appointment, appointment time, and the client's phone number. Often, additional information is added to the appointment records by using codes to describe various types of clients. For example, walk-in clients who do not have an appointment could be indicated by placing a W next to the client's name. Clients who request a specific esthetician could be indicated by placing an R next to their name. If necessary, the spa could notify this client in advance if the requested professional is absent on the day of the scheduled appointment. Clients who can be transferred to other estheticians might be indicated with a T next to their name. This code is helpful if an esthetician is running behind schedule or absent. Note, appointments can be booked more effectively if the person answering the phone is aware of the professional's skills, speed, prices, and availability. Special requirements for Medi-Spa or clinic. Working in a Medi-Spa or medical clinic requires additional privacy measures as well as scheduling needs. Front desk associates need to understand how the doctor books time versus an esthetician or other providers. Each professional will specify their time requirements. In the U.S., HIPAA refers to the privacy guidelines required by federal law. In Canada, the Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act guides the collection of personal data and is considered broader than HIPAA requirements. Here are some quick tips for working in this environment. Never ask the reason for the medical visit in public. If the appointment is made over the phone, be sure not to say the client's name out loud. Keep the checkout process to one person at a time. Some medical information may need to be discussed, such as follow-up and prescriptions. Keep all client files in a locked area and inaccessible to everyone who is not directly involved in their care. All communication must be made through a HIPAA-compliant electronic platform. Informal texting or personal emails should never be used. Do not access patient files unless specifically needed to make the appointment. Every access to protected information will leave a digital trail. If a breach happens and if unauthorized access is found, you can be held liable. Since working in this environment requires a licensed medical professional to be involved, compliance with HIPAA law is mandatory, even if the facility is attached to a salon or spa. 102. Processing payments. Payments to the spa for treatments, services, or retail products can be made in different forms. The table below highlights methods of payments that can be used for a transaction. Cash. Check and count the cash in front of the client. Place in a secure till and give change if required. Check that the bills are legitimate, especially larger bills. Debit or credit card. Check that the card is not expired and has the same name as the client receiving the service or purchasing products. Insert the card into the machine. Ask the client to check and verify the amount. Give the client a printed receipt and keep a copy as record. If a payment has not been approved, explain to the client quietly. Do not go into detail and ask the client what alternative method of payment they would like to use. Gift card or voucher. Check the date to ensure it is still valid. Check the amount to make sure it covers the cost of the treatment. If there is a shortfall, explain to the client that cash or debit card payment can be taken to make up the difference. If the amount exceeds the cost of the treatment, encourage the client to pre-book, as this may increase the amount spent over the 2 visits. A loyalty point program. Check eligibility for the purchase intended. Page 103, time-saving strategies. Time is another commodity that the health and beauty industry sells. When a customer makes an appointment, the business will have allocated a specific amount of time and resources for the service. When estheticians perform treatments, they must manage their time skillfully and effectively, from preparation to successfully completing a retail sale at the end. This needs to be done without compromising the following priorities: the client experience, the quality of service performed, their professional relationship with the client, and other client appointments. Controlling the time at your disposal during the workday and determining how to spend it are critical. Professionals who make a point of being on time demonstrate that they value their own time as well as the client's time. In the table below are some examples of managing your working time effectively. Self-management skills. Review work schedule. Arrive early each day and identify all important tasks to complete. Prioritize your tasks. Be on time for all appointments. Have a flexible, proactive approach to accommodate additional treatments or walk-in clients. Preparation. Prepare and check consumables, tools, products, and equipment before each client. Keep the working area organized. Return all products and equipment to the designated area so others can manage their time efficiently. And work ethic. Maintain a positive attitude to deliver a professional treatment in the allocated time. Perform the treatment in an efficient, tidy manner. If accommodating additional services, ensure there is a contingency plan in place to meet the next appointment. Build a reputation for being a timely, organized, and methodical professional. Page 104, self-management. Managing your working time is essential to ensure all your responsibilities and duties to the business and clients are met. Self-management skills will help you achieve meaningful use of time, professional focus, and balance. Meaningful use of time. Time is both fleeting and eternal, depending on how you spend it. Think about a time when you were totally absorbed in what you were doing. You were likely unaware of the hours as they went by. Now, think of a time when you rushed around doing things that didn't really matter to you. Even if you constantly checked the time, you probably felt you needed more. How you experience time is relative to how you feel and where you direct your attention. Use your time to prioritize what's important, and you will always have enough time. Use your time without focus, and you will never have enough time. Professional focus. The ability to deal with the present and not be distracted by things in the past or future is called professional focus. This helps you remain calm and make your clients the center of attention. As a result, you'll be able to understand your client's needs, deliver a treatment that you and the client are proud of, maintain a positive client-esthetician relationship, and gain your client's trust so they will refer others to you. And balance. When you embark on a new career, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all the changes. A great opportunity can deteriorate into an unpleasant situation. To prevent this, try to keep some balance in your life by dividing your time appropriately in these areas: professional life, social life, and personal life. When starting out, you will need to show your dedication and enthusiasm, maybe by working extra hours sometimes. Career planning is important, but you shouldn't neglect the social and personal facets of your life. Balance will make your life and your work more meaningful and will help keep you mentally and physically healthy. Page 105, ABC prioritizing. Often it's difficult to know how best to use your time because there's so much to do. One of the best ways to focus your time use and make sure everything gets done is to create a prioritized to-do list using the ABC technique. You might know a to-do list as simply as listing all of the tasks you want or need to do. Try taking this process one step further. Prioritizing the items on your list allows you to organize your time much more productively. If you can implement the ABC technique to prioritize a to-do list using the following codes: A, absolutely must be accomplished today, high priority. B, be done before the end of the week, medium priority. And C, complete within the month, low priority. Be careful not to prioritize too many items as high priority A's or low priority C's. Identify a specific time each week to create your prioritized to-do list. For instance, 15 to 30 minutes of reflective time on a Sunday evening before beginning a busy work week might be effective. Back to the top. Common barriers to effective time use. Effectively managing your time will make you more productive, but it is a skill that is learned from experience. The table below highlights factors that can affect the use of time. Time barriers. Procrastination. Feelings of anxiety, guilt, or being overwhelmed and frustrated adversely affect your performance and health. The solution? Make a prioritized to-do list. Stick to it and do the unpleasant tasks first to get them out of the way. Time barrier, poor sleep habits. The effect? Insufficient rest adversely affects your brain's ability to control speech, access memory, and solve problems. The solution? Combine time and stress management tactics to help produce quality sleep time. The barrier, cluttered workspace. The effect? Time is wasted looking for things, which interrupts your workflow, creates stress, and gives a negative impression to others. The solution? Organize your workspace to be efficient and build in time at the end of each day to clean up. The barrier, poor planning. The effect? Unimportant tasks get prioritized over important ones. Unscheduled interruptions distract you and get you off track, and your schedules are not met. The solution? Create a plan of action. Set goals and manage a prioritized to-do list to accomplish more. Build time cushions into your daily plan to eliminate playing catch-up. The last barrier, saying yes to everyone. The effect? Stress builds when you commit to more than can be accomplished, and your own work and enjoyment will suffer. The solution? Learn to say no politely in order to free up time for the things that are most important in both your personal life and your career. Page 106. Organize your environment. Working in an organized environment will help with productivity and lower stress. Managing daily tasks is the first place to start the process. Daily tasks. To identify how to organize your day, start with the tasks needed throughout the day, then break them down into tasks for client services and tasks for supporting those services. Part of this process is understanding the steps required to perform the tasks as directed by the spa. A simple system may look like this. Service tasks. Disinfect items for service. Have your items or location, disinfectant, soap, soaking jar, and specify where. Service task, change table linens. Identify your items and location, your sheets, blankets, towels. Set up client support items, knowing where your gowns and headbands are and sets per treatment in the room. Your supporting tasks are going to be laundry, fold towels and linens, restock back bar, retail inventory, disinfect services, stock supplies, and remove garbage. This system only needs to be created once, then refined as tasks change. This establishes a standard set of tasks for everyone and can act as a reference when help is needed. Avoid multitasking. Focusing on the client is an important part of providing a superior service. Avoid multitasking while working with the client. Here are some do's and don'ts. Do make notes on the treatment plan and recommendation forms. Good times for this are the steaming phase or when you're done with the massage and the masking phase. Set up all devices and test them before starting services for the day, and stock up on all supplies before the client arrives. Don't text or make phone calls to other clients while the current client is in the room. Don't check emails and do other web surfing while the client is masking or under steam. Don't leave the room during the service, and don't stock supplies or fold towels while the client is in the room. Page 107. Plan in advance. Organizing supplies, devices, and products needed for each day of treatment is essential for proper time management. It also helps with inventory management and ordering. You don't want to start a facial treatment and realize there are no products. Look at your schedule the day before to make sure treatments have been scheduled within the correct time frame and that time for disinfection and other tasks has been built in. Here are some tips. Have multiple sets of disinfected tools and supplies available. For example, have at least 6 brushes available each day. If 2 brushes are used per facial treatment, then 3 disinfected sets will be used. Keep 2 sets of treatment table sheets and towels in the room. This can speed up changing between clients. All supplies such as gloves, personal protective equipment, cotton rounds, and gauze should be stocked and readily available in the room. While the client is changing after the treatment, fill out the home care recommendation form, then pull products for the clients to purchase. Check back bar levels to make sure all scheduled services can be performed. And if you find that you are running behind, don't be afraid to ask for help with specific tasks. Be prepared to step in and help your teammates as well. A spa that is working to its full potential will turn a bigger profit for the business and all those who work there. Lessons learned. Common compensation structures for spa employees are commission, hourly plus commission, salary, and salary plus commission. Pricing strategies include conducting a market survey, creating a profile of the clientele, comparing market pricing, and establishing a pricing structure. Advertising for your spa can include word of mouth, social media, direct mail, print ads, community involvement, and product advertising. Inventory control helps account for all the products that are sold or used in the spa, and stock control ensures that there are enough products and consumables to operate the spa effectively. A front desk associate's primary duties are to be responsible for the reception area, and various duties like managing incoming and outgoing calls, scheduling appointments, and processing payments. Strategies used to save time include self-management skills, the ABC prioritizing technique, and knowing the common barriers to effective time use. Thank you for listening along to this reading of 103E.6 Salon Spa Operations.